Hey everybody, it's me again, Bawk, Hersheysman, but you probably knew that already, and what better thing to do than to try and predict what the final Smash character is going to be, because I mean, really, what else are we going to do?
Oh boy, Super Smash Brothers. It exists. Yeah, I'm gonna save the most of this for a separate video topic, but I've always been in the minority that Smash Brothers isn't actually that great. And I mean in terms of gameplay, like, I don't think that a fighting game is the best representing this gigantic crossover of gaming history or whatever. However, that's not to say that the mere concept of Smash Bros. Is so cool.
Yeah, that's right, I said it both ways, Smash Brothers and Smash Bros. I'm hardcore.
All these franchises all into one place and being anticipated on whenever the next fighter is going to be, and how that character's moves get interpreted into a fighting game, it's all just really exciting. When Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, it really seemed like anybody could be included, from Ridley to Banjo to Steve to Piranha Plant. It's really endless, and the amount of people who get totally hyped whenever a character that they loved is announced and that it's coming relatively soon. Oh, it's amazing. But I'm afraid that we're running out of time. You see, during the last Nintendo Direct, after Kazuya was revealed for the game, which was a waste of a character slot in my opinion, I realized what had just happened. I went to the official Smash Bros. Website, scrolled down to the Fighter Pass Volume 2 characters, and yup, just like I had imagined, there was now only one available space left. Which then begs the question, who, out of any possible candidates, is going to face Luigi as the character who was finally put into that last slot? That sounded really wrong, I'm taking it back.
Now, of course, there's the possibility. What if this turns out to not be the final game of the series? No. I mean, come on now. It's pretty obvious that this is supposed to be the finale. When Sakurai put Ultimate at the end of this thing, he wasn't kidding. He wants to put as much variety and as much characters in there as he can, which is great. But that means that the possibilities has gone from a couple to all of them. So these are just going to be my personal thoughts as what I would like to see as the end of this game. If you have something that I don't talk about, then feel free to comment below. But for now, I'm just sticking with what I could think of when I was making this video. And also, I'd like to point out, there aren't actually that many videos discussing this subject. Like, I've found like a couple here and there, but for the most part, no. What's up with that?
So, nevertheless, let's just get this all started with... yeah, him. I don't know about you, but nothing defines a generation more than Running Man 3 Hoodlum Havoc. I want to see this dude as a fighter because he's already a spirit. There was that fan-made trailer that everybody thought was real. Apparently he's stuck inside this block of ice or something, and... I don't know, man, he's Rayman. I really like this franchise. We haven't seen it in 7 fucking years, and then nothing. Having him smash would definitely spark new interest in making a new game, and making the moveset wouldn't be too hard. Similarly, this. But you see, this is the final fighter, so Nintendo's probably not going to pick a Sony rep instead of somebody else, so what are our options? Well, a lot of people the past few years have really hoped for Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played any of these games, so this is going to get a bit complicated. I don't really know what would make Sora a good fighter, but he has had some of his games appear on Nintendo consoles, and he would definitely be a likable character, so he actually has some chance of getting in, but I still don't think that they would do it. Not to mention, if they wanted to get him in, they'd have to go through Disney, which, yeah, I think we just end this paragraph right here. On the complete opposite side of the spectrum, Master Chief. I remember at first this kind of started out as a joke, but now we have 2 Microsoft characters already in the game, so this Master Chef is actually looking pretty alright. Doom Guy is one that I always think of. He would be a pretty cool retro throwback of being included. Most of his moves would probably be just him using different weapons. And of course, his final smash would have to be the BFG, the big fucking guy. I'm sorry, I can just never say that with a straight face. It's just they named the bazooka after a Steven Spielberg movie.
Green Giant.
With that out of the way, there's also Shantae, which a lot of people didn't want to happen, but I think she would be a good character. She could use her hair whip attack, or all those different high whip weapons from Risky's Revenge. And obviously her main gimmick would be that she could transform into different animals, like she does in most of her games. And unlike most indie game characters, Shantae has a pretty lengthy history with Nintendo as a whole, dating all the way back to his first game on the Game Boy Color, which was one of the last overall releases on the platform, by the way. Now, people have been talking about how having characters from other fighting games in Smash Bros. Has always been kind of underwhelming, but I still have one more idea that they surprisingly haven't done yet. and that's the Mortal Kombat series. Really, any fighter from that franchise would be fine in my opinion.
But then there are the final three people I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so you got the good fighters, you got the really good fighters, you got the really, really good fighters, and then you got the big bullets. These final three fighters are the ones that I would personally like to see the most, but they're also the ones that would realistically not happen. But hey, who cares? It's fun to discuss. So let's start off the bucket list by taking a look at...
Now, I've gotta be real with you all. I never cared that much for Gino as a character. Like, seriously, I never got why so many people praised so highly of this guy as a fighter. I mean, I guess he would be fun to control. We haven't had any representation from the Mario RPGs yet. Yeah, that's all I got. Also, just like, why Gino? Why, out of all the exclusive characters of Super Mario RPG, why would you just pick Gino? You know what would make so much more sense? Paper Mario. And you know what makes so much more sense but still appease the supposed hardcore Gino fans? Mallow and Gino. Yes, thank you, me. That's much better. I mean, it's still not better than Paper Mario, but it's definitely better than having just Gino and nothing else. I always thought it was weird how Mallow never got the spotlight for some reason. I mean, he's a memorable party member that you can get before Gino, may I remind you, that goes through a surprisingly deep character arc and has a lot of humorous dialogue. Why can't we have Mallow and Gino? I don't get it. So with that out of the way, they could use punches, bullets, those rocket arms, that snowman, definitely the Gino boost for the smash attack. I mean, there's so much to work with here.
Okay, so like, I also have a really dumb way that you could use Geno Flash, because they could just use it as an attack, but back then. But what I was thinking was, and hear me out here, what I was thinking was, what if they use it as recovery, where Geno returns to a cannon mid-air, and then fires Mallow out back onto the stage. I know that's tough to visualize, but just stay with me here. And of course, the final smash would be that giant sword that comes down and crashes into Bowser's castle at the beginning of the game. Honestly, there should probably be a couple other moves that reference things in just Super Mario RPG in general. Kind of like how Pac-Man has loved his moves that reference other Namco games, along with his own in his moves.
But then, there's good old Waluigi, and yeah, that's right, I'm an official member of the Waluigi fan club. I want him in as much as the next guy. But of course, there is the problem of him already being demoted to an assist trophy, but I think that's kind of a dumb reason for him to be immediately neglected. I mean, why can't they just make him a character and then get rid of the assist trophy? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone would much rather have Waluigi as a fighter and nothing more. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I was thinking of other moves Waluigi could use, and then that brought my attention to Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. This is kind of the only game out there that tried to flesh out Waluigi as a character, because he's actually the main villain of that game, and has a lot of unique stuff exclusive to it. So, what the heck, let's have some of his moves referencing stuff from DDR Mario Mix, like, the music keys, and his stage could be Truffle Towers. Now, I have a story to tell. You see, I was wondering what his final smash would be when I remembered that one opening cutscene for Mario Power Tennis. It is this thing with Wario where he draws on Mario and Luigi's faces with a marker, and that gave me an idea. What if he draws on the screen, and then anybody who gets caught in that takes a huge amount of damage taken away? I mean, it would just be a carbon copy of Bowser Jr.'s final smash, but I don't think anybody's losing sleep with me saying that. But now, we're reaching the final pick of the day, the being who I would most want as the final call-up to the Super Smash Bros. Franchise as a whole. You know, some days you just feel like acting like a fucking idiot. I really love this game. I'm probably gonna have to do a whole video on it sometime soon. I'm not gonna go over and analyze what makes it so great right now, but all you need to know is that this game is amazing, and the character of Chibi Robo overall is, in my opinion, up there with some of the big guys. And considering Sakurai has shown us time and time again that he'll bring anything back, this kind of leaves Chibi Robo in an awkward position, and I just think he would make the perfect final fighter. And it's kind of funny because this is normally where I'd go on and say what the moveset would look like, But fact it, this guy did it for me. Super Smash Flash 2 is an extremely popular fan game created in 2007 and featured Chibi Robo as an unlockable character. All my dreams have come true! I'm not exaggerating when I say they could literally just copy-paste the moveset from that game into Ultimate for the most part. I mean, we've got the intro animation, the plug, the Chibi Copter. Really, the only thing that's missing is my idea for the stage. My idea would be that the stage was the burger cooking portion from the game. I mean, just look at this camera perspective. Just imagine fighting over this grill with the kitchen ingredients flying towards the screen from the background and occasionally hitting other players, or maybe the grill itself slowly drains your health the longer you stand on it. And in all honesty, that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Red the Angry Bird will be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Don't judge me! Okay, but seriously though, Red would be the ultimate fighter. Literally, he would just hop around rather than walking. He could use different power-ups and items from the spin-off games. His final smash, the Mighty Eagle. I'm not pulling this out of my ass when I say this will be the greatest way to not only revive the Angry Birds franchise, but also to end Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And if nobody else is going to accept the situation at hand, then goddamn it, I will.
But jokes aside, that was pretty much a grab bag. A lot of characters I'd like to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know a lot of these probably won't happen realistically, but that wasn't really the point of this video. If any of these guys end up getting the spotlight in a couple hours, especially for this one, you'll know I'll be a pretty happy camper. And if they don't, at least we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl to look forward to. I mean, come on, why are we acting like crackpots trying to figure out what the final Smash fighter is gonna be? We should really be trying to figure out whether or not Huge Neutron is gonna get in.